Everyone, I want to dive into this article real quick and we're going to get into some trades. It says all big bank stocks could go downhill fast. The surprisingly rapid recovery in stock markets after the March low has left investors and analysts astounded. With markets looking like they will be back on track to pre-pandemic levels soon, it feels like investors can take a breather. However, there are signs of major trouble ahead that you cannot ignore. As the real estate bubble keeps getting ripe to burst, financial institutions that rely heavily on mortgage income could face problems. The real estate market, despite the challenging situation, the real estate market has stood out as being quite odd. While it faced an initial decline, the average selling price of residential properties has continued to soar. The low interest rate environment in Canada is encouraging an increased number of people to pump more money than they might be able to afford into real estate. Get rid of the camera there. Additionally, the lower interest rates are taking a toll on financial institutions. With lower interest rates, more people are buying houses. To get the upfront capital, Canadians are borrowing money from banks, and the low interest rate to affecting the bank's margins. The Bank of Canada announced that it would retain the overnight rate of 0.25% with a 0.25% deposit rate and a 0.5% bank rate. The bank took an unprecedented move of cutting key interest rates thrice in a month from 1.75% to 0.25% with fears rising about one of the worst recessions ever. Banking investors might see significant short-term trouble. So what I see here is, I love what the one investor said. He says, you don't necessarily need there to be a recession. You just need people to think that there's going to be a recession. What he means by that is, if the sentiment is there, we can kind of create something that it's more or less a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So people think there's going to be a recession. Because everyone thinks there's going to be a recession, they act in such a way that causes the recession. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly what's happening here, but I'm saying is that if a lot of people start to lose faith in the banks and they start to pull their money in the stocks of bank stocks starts to decline, it wouldn't surprise me that banks could, and they actually can do bail-in. So they can basically appropriate your funds, and now you own stock in the bank, or you own a share of the bank. That's called a bail-in. And they can actually do that. So I personally, the only money I keep in a bank is my spending money from my day-to-day, so to pay my, gas or electric or taxes or whatever I need to pay. That's the money I keep in my bank account. I don't keep any more in there. I don't hold any of my wealth in there. I don't hold any assets there. I don't hold, my cash position is very minimal. I do that because I think that inevitably bank runs are going to start to happen. Hyperinflation is going to start to happen. I think these things, if it doesn't happen, it would be quite odd and quite shocking. And I think that would be even more proof that the system is actually rigged in such a way that, all of the turmoil that's been going on in this country, I don't see how it could not lead to a recession. I don't see how it couldn't lead to people flooding the banks to get their money out. In fact, I think that what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to legalize cash, and you're starting to see the sentiment come about, like, cash is spreading COVID, so we need to get rid of it, and the war on cash and FedCoin, the rise of FedCoin, and so if they can eliminate cash, then they can keep people from doing bank runs. Really, it's a politically motivated move to keep people stuck in the financial structure. So, they could say, hey, we don't want you buying Bitcoin. So we're going to press a button and keep you from being able to purchase it. We don't want you, buying this because, you're an alcoholic. So we don't want you spending your money on alcohol, and they can keep you from buying alcohol. It's a really scary place that we're going to, but I think with the advent of FedCoin, with the destruction of the banking system, we could see something a bit more draconian on the horizon. So keep an eye out for that. Get cash, I guess. Let's take a look at SRK here. So we're actually it looks like we're on the up and up, right? It looks like it's shot up right there. So it's ranging again. Like I said, this coin likes to range. It just goes up, down, up, down, up, down in certain parts, and it goes up, down, up, down, up, down in certain parts. And it'll turn violently on one side, so it'll crash by 30%, and then rebound. The reason I love this coin so much is that every crash gets a rebound Every crash gets a rebound. In fact, you cannot find a place on this chart where the coin crashes and it doesn't rebound very nicely. So since it does that so many times, it rebounded here. So what's going to happen next? Well, I don't know. I'm not predicting the chart, but based on what it's done before, looks like it's going to go back up. So yeah. I teach probability trading in my trading course, and I actually teach you how I took one Ethereum and turned it into over 50. I think it's actually over 100 now. So just in the course of like a month, just by trading one chart, trading it safely, and knowing your mathematical probability. So if you want to grab that course, the link is in the description. But yeah, this chart has done very, 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 very well for us. And let's dive into some of the other charts. Bitcoin is actually doing some moves right now. I think it crashed a little bit, like did a little bit of a violent blip, and because maybe it's going up, it's doing something, and whenever it does something, the other charts end up doing something as well. And I know for me, ADA, I'm in this ADA chart, and it is still going down, so we're going to buy some more. If it crashes this and goes down, hits my buys, we'll be able to buy some more, because I do not think it will stay down forever. I don't. There's a lot of hype around these coins right now. They're taking a breather, they're doing a pullback. The sentiment changes. People think that they're never going to go back up again. They start selling. They start panic selling. They start selling to people like me who buy panics. That's what I buy. And because I buy panic dips and I know where the market is inevitably probably going to head into, I can sit back and I can collect and build my stack. And when the market starts to take off, I can sell into the greed and grow my portfolio significant. That's really what I'm doing right here. See, I bought a little bit more of Tezos. So what's going to happen? Where is it going to go? I don't know. But we're sitting on a decent bag of these coins, and hopefully when the market starts to take off again, we will be able to profit accordingly. So, yep, just bought a little bit more Link. That's pretty cool because this coin was on fire. I mean, look at this rip that it did. I mean, all the way down from here and all the way up. Talking over 150%. Insane gains. What if we do another 150%? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying all the buyers that bought that coin up, they're still there. They didn't go anywhere. They're still there. So, this coin does still have a lot of fire behind it. Long term, am I going to hold Link? No. I hold Bitcoin. That's long term. I'm in Bitcoin. Period. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. So, I'm in Bitcoin. I believe in one coin. I believe in Bitcoin. I trade all this short term to get more Bitcoin. But even my Ethereum, I trade everything is to trade to get more Bitcoin. That's the name of the game for me. That's how I do it. A lot of people don't agree on it. That's fine. We don't have to agree. But that is how I'm playing. That's how I play the game. So, am I holding Link long term? No, I'm holding it short term to get more Bitcoin and all of these other coins. Anyway, make sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you like this kind of content. I'm going to drop this video here and get back to trading. Until next time, I will talk to you all later. Peace.